Well, it was in the news the other day. A person that was driving a Tesla uh, auto driving, self-driving car got in a very serious accident with a truck, and somehow the sensors on the Tesla didn't recognize the side of a truck and didn't automatically put the brakes on. And this is going to be the problem with these type of auto driving cars or cars with no drivers, is there's limited technology. I think what they meant is for city driving, not for freeway driving. I mean, how can you not sense sophisticated sensor equipment on a car not recognize the side of a truck, a white truck, a large white truck? So I think it kind of reminds me of the same thing. There's unintended consequences, like with these drones. Drones are up in the air interfering with the far-fighting airplanes, and they have to track these guys down and convict them of criminal offense. I think it should be a felony because people's lives and their livelihoods, their houses and everything, their properties at stake, and these clowns with these drones are flying these things around interfering with the emergency personnel. And that's, all this technological innovation, self-driving cars, drones. I mean, it's like the law is having to catch up with the problems that are associated with these new technologies, like they're behind. They should be thinking of this before they implement these new technologies. But they're putting this stuff out there and it's doing all kinds of crazy things. It's going to create havoc. And on a general thing also, I was watching CNN the other day, and they had an English representative parliament, and he was talking about why the mayor of London, last name Johnson, a Trump-like figure, why it was wise for this guy to decline to lead the government after Cameron stepped down. And in an indirect reference to Trump and our situation in the United States, he said that Johnson wisely recognized he didn't have the ability to run a government. He didn't know enough. He didn't have an grasp of the macro picture and how to actually run the machinery of government, so he wisely refrained from becoming the leader of the government in England, which Americans should take note of, which the people in Europe have. So that's the situation we got in the United States. It's like a shoe salesman being president. That's what you have with Trump.
Oh my God.
That's what you have. Really, basically, he's a salesman. He's a guy that sells real estate, sells or con, and however you want to characterize. He's a con man, super salesman. But I mean, it doesn't cover everything. It doesn't cover diplomacy. It doesn't cover how you negotiate trade deals. I mean, and then
Are you saying that he doesn't have the suspenders for the job,
yeah,
or the zipper or the belt to keep the pants up?
The only zipper he needs is a zipper on his mouth. I like it when Libby Schaaf, the mayor of Oakland, had a great comment, because even though crime's been going down in Oakland, Trump been saying it's the most dangerous city. So Ms. Schaaf said the only thing dangerous is what comes out of Donald Trump's mouth. So I mean, it's I noticed that they're one of the people that's a potential vice presidential candidate running as vice president with Trump is this guy, Governor Pence of Indiana. He's one of the knuckleheads that passed that anti-gay law. Thank you very much. One of the knuckleheads that passed the anti-gay law is the governor of Indiana, and he's one of the knuckleheads that was involved with gloating. He was gloating when he signed this law, putting it this so they could discriminate against transgenders and gays in Indiana. This is the guy that's going to run for vice president with Trump. This guy they had to amend this law. Like, we're losing hundreds of millions of dollars. This is the guy that you want as your vice presidential candidate. This is going to show you what Trump has in mind, or a Chris Christie, who's a short, fat buffoon who, you know, retaliates against his political opponents by closing off a bridge where commerce has to go across. This is the kind of guys that the Republicans have, and it's a sad story for a country. And the latest thing is that Obama the other day stopped at an airport, and Lynch, the Attorney General, happened to be at the same airport. So this has been transformed by the media into they were having some kind of meeting discussing Benghazi and the email cases, when it's just like if you run into someone in the supermarket, does that mean you were there for the intent to have a secret meeting, that you were in a safe way and you bump into someone? Well, just like you're at an airport, people going in and out, that means it's some kind of conspiracy.
Well, maybe they went there together because they're missing ingredients for they're baking for something, and they're missing ingredients or something. I don't know.
Well, that's right. That's how far the media is grasping at straws.
My gosh, there's so many things happening today, and there's so many things that need to be commented on, and that's why we're here at Scary Talk at Carl's Jr. Hey,
Unedited, raw, emotional, right from our guts. Over and out.